Hello and welcome to my channel Happy Hours. In my last video I discussed about the UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage, classical languages of India and about the sculptures. Today I am going to discuss about the Postmodern School of Art, Gupta School of Art, Sarnath School of Art and some Southern Indian School of Arts. So what are we waiting for? Let's jump to our first topic, which is the School of Art, the Postmodern period. In the post-Mauryan period, there were three schools. First was Gandhar, then Mathura, and the last one was Amravati. There, the Gandhar and Mathura were having the influence of Greek and Roman, but Amravati, it was the totally indigenous. Sorry. Now we are discuss about the Gandhar school of art. It is basically known as Indo-Greek art, which flourished in northwestern India between 1st century BC to the 4th AD. This school of art belonged to Mahayana philosophy. Buddha was presented like Greek god Apollo. He is a muscular Buddha. Most of the statue is freestanding, and grey and sandstone was used in construction of these statues. A large halo was also made at the background. The Buddha was presented with curly hair, thin clothes, and sometimes with a mustache also. This school of art is post-Nirvana phase of Buddha. Most common pose in the school of art is Abhay Mudra of Buddha. This mudra claims that the fearlessness and light coming from Buddha, and it do not discriminate between the people to people, or we can say among the common people. Many statues of Gandhar schools were found in Takshila, Belgram, Bahmian, Hindu Kush, and other places. Peshawar also. Now we are proceeding to the Mathura art. This was the first statue of Buddha was constructed in Mathura art of school. This art was developed in Mathura region from 1st century BC. It is influenced by the Greek architecture in which Buddha was constructed with a red sandstone. The cloth of Buddha had drapery also, and Buddha is in the meditating phase with semi-closed eyes. Buddha's hair was knotted on the top, which is known as Pirba Mandal. There are many postures of Buddha like Vritika Mudra, which describes the discussion and debate, and Buddha is trying to influence the world. Dhyan Mudra, it is a process of attainment of nirvana. Anjali Mudra, this is the wish of prosperity. Bhumi Sparsh Mudra shows earth is the witness of Buddha's nirvana. In Mathura art, the statue of Vishnu, Shiva, and Jain Tirthankars was also constructed. The headless statue of Kushana ruler is found in Takshila and Peshawar, exhibit the lifestyle of Greek ruler. This is the statue of Kanishka with long coat, high boots and long short. Now let us proceed to the last one is the Amravati school of art or the Vengi school of art. It is totally indigenous art which developed in Krishna Godavari region of Andhra. Amravati stupa was constructed by Satvahana with white marble. It is in the form of Mahachatya. There are many chatyas constructed in Amravati and Nagarjuna Konda, which has sculpture of Buddha and sculpture on the basis of Jataka story. The face of Buddha was in oval shape with the use of grey sandstone. Chalukya of Kalyani, also known as Western Chalukya, and Chalukya of Vengi, known as the Eastern Chalukya, were contemporary to each other, and Amravati school got flourished under the Chalukya of Vengi. Now let us proceed to the pre-Mauryan period. The first one is Gupta school of art. Gupta period was also known for the synthesis of many religions. Most of the sculpture in Gupta period were based on doctrine of the Dashavatara. Theme of Vishnu was the dominant. Gupta art was derived from Mathura and Amravati art. Statues are found at Sanchi, Bharud, Udaygiri cave, which is in Madhya Pradesh, and Mathura. In Satna district, Aden, in MP, a statue of boar was found. From Udaygiri cave, sculpture of Narsimha is found. Whereas from Sultanganj, which is in Bihar, a bronze statue of Buddha of size 4 feet is found. Now proceeding to the next school, which is the Sarnath School of Art. Sarnath School of Art is representation of Dharma Chakra Parvartan, जो Buddha's was first उपदेश. All statues of Buddha is of Bodhisattva and Bodhisattva, sculpture on the basis of Jataka story. Let us proceed to the Southern Indian School of Art, in which the very first is Pallava sculpture. It was the foundation of Dravida School of Architecture. The sculptures in Pallava dynasty were monolithic, rock cut in the form of chariot. They are found at Mahabalipuram, Tamil Nadu. Here, Sapt Pagoda had 8 rock cut sculpture in which the pennants of Arjun and Ganga is descending on earth are considered as a hallmark of the Pallava sculpture. Next one is Chola sculpture. The statue of Nataraj is the hallmark of Chola sculpture. Chola sculpture was developed during the 9th century AD under the guidance of Chola queen Sembiyan Mahadevi. It was developed in Tanjore region of Chola. Bronze sculpture were made by the method of lost wax technique. A bronze statue of Nataraj was cultural epitome of Chola period. This statue is in the form of Tandav. Shiva is called Nataraj because he is a king of dance. It explains the roots of the existence of universe. The philosophy of Nataraj is based on nothing is permanent. Those are created are bound to destroy. Drum in hand symbolizes the sound of creation, whereas fire in another hand is called the destruction. The drum in hand and dancing is known as Ananda Tandav, whereas the fire in hand is known as Rudra Tandav, because the fire is object of destruction. Third long hand of Lord Shiva is showing Abhay Mudra, and fourth hand shows the Tirubhav Mudra. Shiva is standing on a dwarf, which is a demon, which is ego and ignorance. Shiva is Ardhanareshwara, shows existence of both male and female. A snake wrapped in the spine is symbolizing the subconscious mind. Spine is tremendous power, house of energy, and is called the Kundalini power. If it is arose, then true consciousness is achieved. By this, I am concluding my video for today. Thank you.